Good day again, class. So, this time we are going to convert a decimal number, that is our number system, which is base 10, into base 2 or base 8 or base 16. So, this is where we are going to use in an algorithm class. Okay, so meaning it's a continuous process, then we only stop to a certain time when we reach a certain objective. Okay, so that is what we mean by an algorithm. So how are we going to convert the base 10 numbers to other base numbers? So it's an algorithm that expresses our integer a, which is a base 10, into a non-decimal base b. So we have to divide our number, which is the base 10, by the number that we want to convert it, either base 2, which is divisible by 2, then if it's base 8, divided by 8, and if it's base 16, then we have to divide it by 16, and its successive quotient by b until a zero quotient is reached. So this is the one that we have to stop the process, then we are going to pick the remainders in the reverse order. So this is the rule. Now, of course, just to familiarize, if you're going to divide class 925 by 33, we just rewrite this as 925 divided by 33. The quotient is 28 with a remainder of 1. But we need to rewrite this in this manner, that 925, when divided by 33, we have to put here the quotient, then plus the remainder. So this is how we rewrite it, class, so that 925 divided by 33 equals to 28 with a remainder of 1 would be rewritten as 925 is equals to 33 as the divisor times the quotient, okay, of 28, then the remainder is your 1. So this is how we start the process. Then we continue again, class, by dividing it by another 33. The quotient will be divided again by 33. Then we stop the process until such time the quotient becomes 0. Not the remainder, class, but the quotient. So how are you going now to express 69? This is base 10 into base 2. Now, since we are going to convert 69 base 10 to base 2, so base 2, class, the 2 here becomes our divisor. So we represent 69 equals now to 2 as the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder. So we can start with this concept, class. So 69 is equals to 2 as the divisor because it's binary. Then whatever is the quotient, we multiply it here or to 2, then we put here the remainder. So remember, class, that when you divide any number or a decimal number by 2, the remainder is either 0 or 1. Okay, because if it is 0, it means, class, that it is an exact divisor. Otherwise, the remainder would be 1. So we can divide 69 by 2, then the quotient is 34, then the remainder is 1, because 34 times 2 is 68. Then the remainder is 1. Because the quotient, class, is not yet 0, so we have to take 34 as our new dividend. Then we continue dividing it by 2. So 34 divided by 2 is 17. There is no quotient because 34 is divisible by 2. So the quotient is 0. Again, 17 is not yet 0, so continue dividing again by 2. So 17 here divided by 2 is 8, then the remainder is 1. So 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17, class. Again, 8 is not yet 0. Continue dividing it by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. Of course, it's an exact divisor. The remainder is 0. Now, still 4, as our quotient is not yet 0. So continue dividing it, class. So 4 now becomes our new dividend divided by 2. The quotient is 2. Of course, the remainder is 0. Again, 2 is not yet 0 as the quotient. Continue dividing it again. So 2 as the new dividend divided by 2, then the quotient is 1. Sorry, class, then the remainder is 0. Now, you might be stopping here, but do not stop, class, because still your quotient is not yet 0. So continue dividing again 1 by 2. Of course, 1 divided by 2 will give us 0 as the quotient because supposedly the quotient is a whole number. Now, this time the remainder is 1. So because 0 times 2 is 0 plus 1 is 1, which is equates now to 1. Now, because our quotient class is already 0, then we stop the process. Okay, that's the concept class of the algorithm. So it continues on dividing by the divisor. We only stop when we arrive that the quotient becomes 0. Then what's the next step? Of course, all you have to do, class, is that you're going to look at the remainders. Okay, the answer is actually the remainders, but you have to look at this from the bottom going up. From the bottom going up, class. It's the reverse order, not from top going down, but from the bottom going up. So therefore, the answer now, when you converted 69 to base 2, will be this one. From the bottom going up. And rewriting that, it will be now 1000101 base 2. Okay, so that's how we divide or how we convert a number class base 10 into a binary. Okay. Now, what about if you are going to convert 1234 base 10 into base 8? So again, your base 8 class is your divisor. Okay, so 8 becomes your divisor. Then, of course, what will be the possible the possible remainders? So the remainders class are only ranging from 0 to 7. Okay, so we don't have any remainder that is 8. So either our remainder is from 0 to 7 only. So rewriting 1234 equals to 8. This is our divisor. This is now the base 8. Then we multiply here the quotient plus the remainder. So starting off with 1234 divided by 8. So you can use your calculator, class. Then the quotient is 154, but there is a remainder of 2. 154 is not yet 0, so continue again dividing 154 by 8. Then the quotient is 19. However, we have a remainder of 2. Then continue again dividing 19 by 8. So rewriting that, so 19 divided by 8 is 2. Then we have a remainder of 3. So again, 2 is not yet 0. So we continue dividing it by 8. So 2 divided by 8 class is 0. 8 times 0 is 0, then the remainder is 2. Because the quotient is now 0, so you have to stop the process. Then looking only, class, into the remainders from the bottom going up. And that will be the answer. So therefore, 1234 when converted to base 8 is equivalent to 2322 base 8. So again, you have to look at the remainder from the bottom going up. Okay, so that's a very crucial class decision to make. So most of the students, they look at from the top going down. So that's a mistake. So it's always from the bottom going up, class. So therefore, 1234 when converted to base 8 is 2322 base 8. Okay. Now, what about if you're going now to convert 23,571 into base 16? So this is hexadecimal. So your base 16 class becomes your divisor. So we rewrite this as 23,571 equals now to 16 as our divisor. This is the base, multiplied to the quotient plus the remainder. So we can start with that. So 23,571 when divided by 16, the quotient is 1,473. The remainder is 3. Because the quotient class is not yet 0, so we take 1,473 as the new dividend. Then continue dividing it again by 16. So we have a quotient of 92. This time the remainder is 1. Then 92 is not yet 0. Continue again dividing 92 by 16. Then the quotient is 5, but the remainder is 12. Because remember, class, when you divide any number by 16, the remainder is either from 0 to 15. So 12 is possible. So again, 5 is not yet 0. Continue dividing 5 by 16. Then the quotient is 0, but the remainder is 5. So since we already have our 0 quotient, then stop the process. So this time, simply looking at your remainder. So remember, class, that 12, okay, in hexadecimal is the same as your C. Okay, so we are going to simply rewrite that. Then, by looking at your remainder from the bottom going up. So that will be our answer. Okay, so 23,571 when converted to a hexadecimal, it will be equivalent to 5C13 base 16. So again, class, it depends. Okay, so regardless of your divisor, whether you divide it by 2, by 8, by 16, or any number, then we always look at the remainder as the answer. Of course, starting from the bottom, going up. Okay, so again, so thank you and see you again, class, for the next presentation. Bye-bye.